Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm showing you how I make darts. This method works on any pattern.
Okay, so in order to mark darts, you're going to need a couple of things. You're going to need your fabric scissors, you're going to need some pens, and you're also going to need a chalk marker or some sort of marker that you can put on fabric. And then you're going to need your fabric scissors as well. So the first step to making any dart marking is you want to take your paper pattern piece, and you'll see that this one is marked with a dart, and this method works for just about any pattern that has darts. And you want to cut where the dart is. Do not be afraid to do this step. Okay, you're going to throw this piece away. Then you're going to take your two pattern pieces, and you're going to line them up. And I've already done this, but what you're going to do is you're going to clip two notches right here at the top of the dart and right here at the other side of the dart. So clip a notch here and clip a notch there, and you're going to clip through both pieces of fabric. Then what you're going to do is, I'm going to use my scissors as pattern weights right quick. You're going to mark this dart with your chalk or your pen or whatever you're using to mark it. And you're going to do it like that. And you're going to do the same for the opposite skirt piece. Or if you're doing this for pants, you're going to make sure that you mark the opposite for that as well. So I like to keep both pieces in front of me so I know that I'm actually marking the opposites for the dart sides. I'm going to take my chalk ruler or my chalk marker, and as you can see, I've marked both darts. So now that I've marked my darts, I am going to take those notches and line them up at the very top of my skirt, or at the top of my waist, I should say, like this. So they should meet. You're going to pin one side, and you're going to make sure that the other side actually matches up with the dart line on that side. So you want to make sure your pin goes through this side of the dart line and this side of the dart line, and pin that in place. And you want to do that all the way down. Once I take this to the sewing machine, I'm going to stitch right along where I've marked that dart. I'm going to let this tail of a thread kind of trail off a bit. I'm going to put a knot here. Another tip that you can do, you can actually decrease your stitch length and it almost creates a knot, and then you can just kind of let that trail off a bit, snip it a little bit, but you don't want to back stitch at this point because then you get a little dimple on your outside piece or on your outer part here. So you're going to do that to both darts. Again, matching up those notches, and then pinning in place, making sure that the pin goes through both dart lines. And you see I'm constantly checking again, just to make sure that those lines match up. And then I'm going to put one final dart, or one final pin, excuse me, in the point of that dart. That way I know where to stop. And then I'm going to take this one more time to my sewing machine and stitch those down. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to sew our darts down on our front skirt piece here. I will back stitch at the front of my dart. And then as I approach the end, I'm going to let it trail off. And you see I have a little bit of a tail. So I'm going to cut that and I'm going to knot it up later. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Okay, so we did our darts, and by now you should have done them on the front skirt piece and the back skirt piece. What we're going to do is we're going to take our pressing ham, and what I always like to do when it comes to darts is I like to press them outwards and press them here along that pressing ham. It helps to keep that shape that we're looking for when we do that. And we're going to do that for all of our darts. And then you're going to move on to the next step.
You're all set. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.